It's Paul Baines with GreatDad.com, and I'm here again with the Instant Pot. We're doing a bunch of series on cooking, but we did do a box opening of the Instant Pot and we did one video on how to make a creme brulee. I'm most interested in seeing whether this thing is worth having in your kitchen. I think for our family, the things that we'd use it most would be for making rice, which we already have a rice cooker, so we didn't really need this. Creme brulee was a great function. How often you make creme brulee? Periodically for a dinner party or something like that. But what I want to try to do today is see if I can make a very, very simple yogurt. If you have an Instant Pot and you've looked at the yogurt making process, you'll see that there are just tons of things to do, and people who have experimented over and over again to try all different types of things. Apparently, the most direct way to succeed at yogurt is to use a yogurt starter, which you can buy on Amazon. I think you can probably get them at major grocery stores as well. But the classic yogurt making thing, you just start out with regular plain yogurt, and that will function as a starter. As long as it isn't some sort of processed thing with fruits and extra added ingredients, this is supposed to work as a starter. So what I want to do today is just see if, having no experience at all, not a lot of knowledge, using the cookbook that came with the Instant Pot, whether I can make good yogurt. And this is going to be a two-phase process because the yogurt, making the yogurt in here takes 8 hours of incubation, I guess, of the yogurt starter mixed with some milk. So the first thing we do is and I don't want to bore you with boiling milk, but I boiled 2 cups. So this is about half of what this recipe in here says. So I just want to give it a try. I've got some of the recipes have you making the yogurt directly in here. I want to save time. I want to save steps. So I'm putting them directly into these glasses. So first of all, I boiled the milk and got it, and then let it cool. They say let it cool to 105 to 115 degrees. I got an instant read thermometer. I just hit about 113, 114. I'm going to pour it into here so it makes it easy to pour it into my little cups. I don't know if you can still see that, but I'm just basically pouring milk in there. And then for this amount, and I'm not going to, I'm less interested or I'm going to be less helpful in terms of helping you get the right quantities, but in just trying to experiment to see if this process as they've described it will be as easy to make yogurt at home. So for 2 cups, they said a half a cup for 4 cups, if I'm getting my math right. So I'm taking a 1/4 cup and just adding that to my milk. And if you're using plain full-fat yogurt, it's pretty liquid, so you're not going to have a lot of mixing around to do. I'll keep that spatula out just to be extra sure. Now, the reasons you'd make yogurt at home would be to change the amount of sugar you have. Maybe you don't like sugar in processed yogurts. In this case, you can make fruit-filled yogurts without sugar at all, and then skip that whole process, which I find most American companies, it's either you've got lots of sugar and lots of fruit and then no fat, which they like to do, or they make it full fat and then they try to skip the sugar in some place. And I'd rather have high fat. I love fat, and then add sweeteners, natural sweeteners, in some other way. So all I did was take that milk, I'm going to try to avoid pouring it all over myself, and whisk in the yogurt. So that's pretty good right now. And I'm just going to, now they say take 4 cups of water. So that's 2 cups, and I pre-mix this. Trying to do mise en place for the first time in my life, not an easy trick when you're used to usually kind of just reading from the recipe book. Now, in this recipe book, I want to make sure that you understand that they leave out a lot of stuff. I don't know, this comes from maomom.com. I don't know, they just took her recipe directly. But they just say pour the water in there. They don't say anything else about it. I looked on a lot of other recipes and they suggest using the trivet to elevate the cups in the water. You're not going to elevate them terribly much. You can't really see it there. But they will put them up high enough so that we're not doing a bain-marie where the water is surrounding the cups. We're just putting the water up to basically the bottoms. Okay. So again, what I was going to say was, why do you make yogurt at home? So first of all, it's to change the flavor to what your flavor profile is that you like. That'd be probably the chef's reason to do it. But the second reason would be to save money. It costs less than half of what you'd pay for store-bought yogurts, especially if you're buying store-bought yogurts that have special ingredients in them. So I don't know, what was that, about $1? Wow, 70, 80 cents, 60, 70 cents maybe? 70, let's say 75 cents worth of yogurt and milk that I'm using to make 4 of these glasses, which would be about 16 ounces. So, you know, that's about four of those mini containers of yogurt. So about, you know, less than half. And then finally, the other reason would be to cut down on plastics. Unless you're buying glass containers that you reuse, every bit of plastic we use is just crazy for the environment. And we're trying to cut back on how many plastic bags and everything else that we use at home. So why not make yogurt at home, save money, and cut down on plastic? So I'm just going to pour this in. I, in general, hate these kind of bowls. My wife loves them, so we have them. But they are great. They're horrible when you're trying to mix things because they're like you can see, they just wobble all around. But they are great in these situations where you need to pour into a cup. So that makes it really easy to just do 4 like this. Am I going to get 4 on there? Yeah. No. Just gonna why don't we just go for 3? Huh. Okay. So all I'm going to do, and I'm really trying to keep this simple, is put these on here in the trivet. I think I've got all the steps. That's all there is to it. If you want to make it as simple as possible. Oops. I got the trivet sides that I got to pull out. Otherwise, I'll make this a little bit less. So much for pre-planning, okay? Well, one other thing is that if you have used your Instant Pot for making anything that has any kind of flavor at all, make sure to sanitize your Instant Pot before you use it so that you don't end up with yogurt that tastes like chili or something else. So that's a very easy process to do from what I understand. This is only my second time now using the Instant Pot. The other one was for the creme brulee, so I don't think you need to do that extra process. Make sure to put in comments if you don't agree. I don't know if I can do this backwards, but I'm trying to get the thing on. Like that, okay, right? So the longer time you incubate the yogurt, up to I think 12 hours, the tangier the yogurt will be, so the more sour it will be. So depending on what your tastes are like, in Europe they eat a very tangy yogurt, and maybe that might not be to most Americans' taste. So you're going to start it up, and then you push the yogurt button. We'll stop this and start from scratch. Whoops. And it shows 8 hours, so that's what we're going to start with, and we'll just let it go at that. The counter immediately sets then to 0 when it starts. That indicates that it is on its way. The counter itself counts up rather than down, so I don't know why they do it that way, but now this is going to sit here for 8 hours, and we'll come back tomorrow after we take it out, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll give it a try. So a full day has passed since we started this process. I did realize that the way I had set it up was not ideal in terms of the timing, because I was putting them in at about 6 o'clock in the evening, Therefore, they'd end up being ready at 2 in the morning. So that wasn't ideal. So I decided to extend the amount of time to 12 hours. So I'm going to get the more tangy version of yogurt. And I took them out then at 6 in the morning and immediately put saran wrap on the tops and put them in the refrigerator. So now they've been in the refrigerator all day long, and we'll see how they work out. So right away you can see they're, yogurt-like consistency. So that's a good sign, right? I mean, that's exactly what we're looking for. I don't know, I guess I could have put toppings inside. I could have put berries at the bottom or something like that. These, as I said, are completely sugarless because that's what I wanted to go for. And now you'll see my live on camera reaction to see whether this is good or okay or disgusting. So yeah, it looks like yogurt. That is amazing. It tastes just like yogurt that you get in Europe. I went to school in France for several years, and this tastes exactly like the kind of yogurt you get in the cafeteria. We put honey on it, and it was very tasty. So that's the experiment, Instant Pot. I went for the simplest, no mess, no fuss recipe, as I said. So it made it really simple to make. You can look online, there are tons and tons of ideas of how to make it more interesting, supposedly how to make it better, how to make Greek yogurt out of it. You can put it in a bag and strain it, and there's lots and lots of stuff online, most of which I can't imagine how anybody has the time or I just can't read all those directions and keep them all in my mind. So simpler, the better. Okay, Paul Baynes with GreatDad.com. Make sure to subscribe and like. Appreciate all the comments. We're going to be doing more cooking videos. I'm going to try pulled pork in this little guy. I want to try rice in this guy, and then eventually we'll do a review of the whole Instant Pot setup, which so far so good. I'm still questioning whether I want another appliance on the table, but that's something I guess we'll determine after we've made 3 or 4 things. I know I would like to get rid of my rice cooker and my pressure cooker if I don't need them. See you next time. Bye.